Yeah, back at it again. Just want to chop this up real quick. Sitting in the car, just thinking. I was tuning in to what's going on with the Trump situation. And the Biden situation. Still tuning in, and this is my thought on Donald Trump. I never was a Trump supporter or what. It was hardcore Trump supporters and like coworkers, like hardcore. Like praising this man like he's the Messiah, like an idol and all that. I used to, we used to go at it and all that. Not not necessarily go at it, just discussions. And I used to have my daggers on Donald Trump. But to speed it up, I was, just thinking, like with this corona virus issue or whatever. Now he didn't handle that well. That was a fail part on him. He really didn't execute and handle that well. And so in the debate with Joe Biden, Joe Biden got him on that. But what else is Joe Biden gonna do? About mandate masks. We already had like mask mandates and stuff. You couldn't enter a store without a mask. They would turn you around and stuff. And so, you know, on that note, but like how he was saying that it'll be gone by Easter. We're gonna treat it like the flu. It's not that serious at first when he was saying that it'll be gone by Easter. He lost on that. But they even doubted him about a vaccine and all that. And now the vaccine is out. I'm not one, for the vaccine, but they doubted him on that and he prevailed on that. And, the vaccine is here. But Joe Biden is a man of fraud. He admitted it. It's clear. They just arrested this young lady who incriminated herself on Instagram, running all several ballots through over and over repeatedly, saying we got to get Trump out of here, being ratchet, and that caused her to be exposed. And along with so much evidence of this voter fraud, that right there is that adds to the evidence facts. So, but by Joe Biden incriminating himself, saying they got the biggest voters fraud evidence, you pretty much, like I said, you incriminated yourself, just like this young lady who incriminated herself. That's voter fraud right there. You still got people saying there's no voter fraud. You got the CNN, like I stay tuned. I stay tuned into what's going on in the media. They're saying this man is out of his mind. He's making this up. I brought this attention to my a coworker of mine. I done videos on him, me and him going back and forth. You can tune into those other videos if you haven't. We I presented this. I said, yo, I was telling him that the whole time. And he was like, man, that ain't no evidence. That ain't no voter fraud all across the states and all that. That ain't enough. I'm like, bruh, can you at least admit that they cheated? Like you throwing up an excuse and you trying to just throw it out. Like you trying to justify up the voter fraud. That basically that's what you're doing. And so I showed him the young lady got locked up because I was telling him how, man, black people stupid, man. We do stupid stuff, man. like incriminating yourself and all that, putting everything on social media and all that. And you know your device, they know where you at. You on like the Google, they know everything. Like they know where you at, they know where your location at. Everything is being recorded, and you recording yourself, incriminating yourself. So I was telling him that, and he was like, "Man, that ain't enough." So I finally showed him the video, and like I was like, "Look, she incriminated herself. Now she's locked up and brought on charges." I like didn't I wasn't I just telling you that? I'm like, you cannot deny this, that this is evidence. I'm like, you know what? Y'all saying, because several other co-workers are saying this, it's bogus. That's why the Supreme Court won't take it. I'm like, they really, if you really think about it, with all this evidence, this video footage, it ain't no conspiracy theories. I'm like, they won't accept this because they're afraid of the evidence. That's really why. But like I stated, I never was a Trump supporter. You know, he got his issues, he got his flaws, he got his sins. But I'm riding with the man on this because I see the fraud. I heard the man say it for himself. The man, son, and all that is under investigation now. Trump, if you go back and watch those debates and all that, Trump been trying to bring all that out. You had the so-called moderator who was debating Trump himself. He was being biased. Was cutting it down, wasn't trying to let Trump, bring it up. But this is my thought on Donald Trump, I'm with the man on this. It ain't over with right now. I ain't seen until I see Joe Biden get sworn in, then that'll be the seal deal. When this man gets sworn in or whatever. But it ain't over with yet. They still got appeals and all that. They got this evidence. This system, man. This whole system, they want this man out the chair. I was just talking to my auntie. Oh man, she is so anti-Trump, she got her reasons. I'm not gonna shoot nobody's reasons down. But the fact is, you can't, how you gonna vote for this man and you want this next man to come in and you don't even know he's racist? I brought all that up. I said, yo, Joe Biden said he don't want his kids going to school with black people. He said this. And he said out his mouth when he was in quarantine, enjoying his quarantine, all the black women was in the grocery store. So what that's saying? All the black women they pile up in their own food stamps, getting grocery and all that. Like they're the only quote unquote minorities who get food stamps or whatnot. Like this, why would you single black people out? And you told us, yeah, man. Like Joe Biden, man. Like my auntie, like she don't even know all this stuff. Like, and I'm presenting this to her. Like this is what the man's saying. Why would you even, the minority, you singling black people out and all that, and you telling us, you was telling us when Obama was running against Mitt Romney and all that, you told us that the Republican Party, they're gonna put us back in chains. Like you trying to be the great influencer, the great savior, or what, under Barack, and you flaw yourself. You flaw. And this is and they were talking about Kamala Harris is gonna be the first black president, female. Yeah, she has black ancestry. She's, mixed, but she said herself, I'm not doing nothing for black people. The next video I do, I'm gonna upload, I'm gonna put the video on where Joe Biden lying that this was a honest election. He lying. And then I'm going to show the video where he said we got the biggest voters fraud organization ever and we did it for Joe Biden. Then I'm going to find that video. I'm gonna find that video because I seen it where she said I'm not doing nothing for black people. And I'm going to show it. Because me saying this right now, someone may hear this and be like, yeah, I got to see it to believe it. But, you know, I'm about to wrap this up. My thoughts of Donald Trump, and he ain't the perfect man. He didn't handle this virus issue adequately. He made some mistakes. But he did tell the truth that this is the Chinese virus. He did tell the truth on that. And he told the truth about Joe Biden fraud. He told the truth about their, you know, crooks. They're in bed with China. He told the truth on all that. And now you got this Russia hacking. You know, I had my daggers on Trump, but it's so much voter fraud going on and all that. And then the man lying, you want to be our president, but you straight telling us it was an honest election. And at the same time, you contradicted yourself because you said y'all got the biggest voters fraud evidence, the biggest voter fraud organization, the biggest voter fraud organization, and y'all did it for the Obama. My thoughts on Donald Trump, again, he ain't a perfect man. He's telling the truth, but he did fail on the issue of handling this virus. It ain't over with yet. It's not over with. Joe Biden, you ain't been sworn in yet. So we're going to see what goes down in this Supreme Court. These legislators are what? Made of divine power. Do his will and prevent all this. But the divine power will is his will, no matter what.